Hello? Oh gosh, I think I hear the cat meowing. Son of a gun. Hold on, I gotta check if that's the cat. Hold on. Oh my goodness, I feel so bad because I just opened the cat's closet door because her food and her kitty litter and stuff is all in the closet. And she's in there squatted up taking a poop. And she looks at me like, I'm so sorry. Please continue. Continue with your business. Hello. Hi, everybody. Hi. Yep, wearing your shirt. Oh my gosh. Thanks so much for sending it to me. Hi, Ironhead. Hi, Mike. Hi, YR. Hi, List do Peace. Oh, Amaru, Queen. Hello. Spidey, thank you so much for the tier 3. Thank you, Spidey. Appreciate it. Ghost Wolf, hi. Victim, thank you very much for the tier 3 for 6 months in advance. In case you guys didn't know, it's September, which you get discounts on your subs on recurring subs. There's no discount on gifted subs until the end of the month. It is the cat meowing. Why is she meowing? Baby is going to sleep. No meowing. Meow meow. Hey Chloe. Hi Chloe. Can you just like go elsewhere? Like go lay on the bed and be a good cat. Let's go! Bolo, thank you so much for the tier 3. Let's go! Let's go! Bolo, thank you very much for the tier 3. Hi Bolo. Thank you so much for being our on-call veterinarian. I really appreciate it. I like walk into the room after, Royce has his, normal meltdown. And he goes, Bolo just responded. I'm like, oh, whew, thank goodness. Well, as long as we've got Bolo, we're good. Hi. Hello, everyone. In case you noticed or did not notice while I just was walking, you may have noticed that I'm limping. Let me show you why. So, so do you guys remember, like, I don't know, maybe like 2 years ago or something? I was complaining about like my toes. Sometimes I have this like weird, you know, infection looking thing going on, blah 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 blah. Well, as it turns out, as it turns out, I have ingrown toenails that have been in there for apparently a very long time. Very, very large ingrown toenails, which I was suspicious that perhaps that's what that was, but I didn't know, I didn't know for sure. So Sorry about these constant interruptions. So I have had issues with my toes for a long time, essentially. And recently I stubbed it and it was like really hurting me. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to try to get the ingrown toenail out myself. And so I took like nail clippers and like clipped off all the skin and then took like the hook end and like stuck the hook into my toe. I tried doing this for like 2 or 3 days and oh my gosh, effing ads, stupid ads. I tried doing this for a couple of days and some green pus started coming out. And then it was getting real bloody and a lot of pain. Sorry to hear you've got clubfoot. TJ, I feel like you may have been the one who was like, you probably have an ingrown toenail and you should take care of it. And I was like, no, TJ, I think you're wrong. I feel like maybe you may have said that. I'm not sure. You say a lot of stupid things, TJ. Thank you for the prime. So, as it turns out, it was an ingrown toenail. And I actually have ingrown toenails on both sides. And, yeah, so I go to the doctor. I went to the doctor yesterday. At the urgent care, and I was like, hey, I'm in a lot of pain. This toe is like really swollen and bloody, and I'm pretty sure it's infected. The doctor comes in, and like without even taking a second glance at my toe, she goes, oh yeah, that's an infected ingrown toenail, and I can't do anything about it. And I'm like, she's like, but we're gonna give you a referral to the local podiatrist. So I was like, okay, great. So I call them, and luckily I was able to get an appointment for this morning at 8:45. And I go in, and the doctor looks at it. She goes, oh, we got to get that out. And I was like, so she, told me the whole process. She like stuck me with lidocaine, and then she's waiting for it to numb my toe. She comes back in, and she goes, okay, so now we're going to test like where, you feel the pain and stuff. And she's poking my toe. And at this point in the story, I have to tell you, I have not had breakfast. I've not had breakfast today because we are running around trying to get me, Royce, and the baby to, the doctor's office. So I'm like running on fumes. I've taken a couple sips of water, but I've had no breakfast. I'm starving. My stomach is grumbling. And she's asking me, does this hurt? Does this hurt? Does this hurt? Does this hurt? I'm like, yeah, it hurts. It hurts. That doesn't hurt. This hurts. And she's like, all right, we're going to stick you 2 more times. So she starts doing the other, lidocaine, and by the end of the 3rd needle, I'm like, I'm starting to get hot. And I'm taking off my sweatshirt, and she goes, ooh, you're looking a little white. Let's tilt you back a little bit. I'm gonna go get you some chocolate. And I'm like, I think I'm about to pass out. So I text Royce, and I'm like, where are you? I need food right this very minute. Now, I had already sent him to Dunkin' Donuts to get us food because we were hoping that would put the baby to sleep, which it did. But I'm like, I need it right now. I'm about to pass out. And so he comes in with everything, and he brings me the sandwich. And it's okay. I didn't pass out. We didn't pass out. So she, jabs me, numbs up my toe, takes out the ingrown toenail, and wraps up my toe. And so long story short is I had a very nasty ingrown toenail infection that is now removed. However, it's not a permanent removal. Apparently, this is a semi-permanent thing. And she's like, we're going to wait and see how it responds. Like, if it comes back. And if it comes back, we'll, like, burn the root or whatever. So we're going to wait and see how this one does before that. But also, I have an ingrown toenail on the other side, too. This one's just not infected because I haven't tried to take it out myself. So, long story short, a long time ago, you guys told me, yeah, you probably have like an ingrown toenail and you should get it removed or it's going to get infected. And I was like, no, I don't think so. I think you guys are so wrong. Like, I remember having this conversation, like when I was playing World of Tanks. And I was like, no, you guys, no, that can't possibly be it. I just stubbed my toe. Yeah. So as it turns out, you guys were right. So pat yourselves on the back, chat. You got this one. You were right on this one. Hello, Mrs. Patty. I joined into ingrown toenails when I just wanted to know about Star Wars. Hi, Gaverly. Did she give the toenail to you? She did not. She did not. But she did show me, and she said, you know, this is, you got to keep this wrapped up for 24 hours, blah, 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 blah. So you can get a V into the middle of a big toe to make it grow together. It may stop it from happening again. I did it, and it worked for me. No. I'm just going to let the doctor do it from now on because I tried resolving the problem myself and ended up giving myself an infection. So I'm just gonna let the doctor take care of it from here on out. Yeah, maybe I'll just not play doctor anymore. So yeah, that happened. So hence I am hobbling because that was this morning and it feels very funny. It feels very, very funny. It's like painful, but not as painful as the ingrown toenail was. Literally last night I woke up at 4:00 in the morning because I was in so much pain from the ingrown toenail infection, which is really frustrating because when you finally get to sleep and then you wake up like 30 minutes later because you're in pain, it's like, oh, this sucks. So it's fixed. Hopefully it doesn't come back, and then we'll see about the other one. She said, if you want, like in 2 weeks, if you want to do the other one, I would not recommend doing both today. And I'm like, yeah, I don't want both my feet to be crippled. So, yeah. So that's that, you guys. I got my ingrown toenail infection removed today. How fun. Isn't that so fun? Also, for the record, I said that my feet were disgusting, and she goes, no, these are not bad. And I'm like, amazing. So, for the record, my feet are not as disgusting as the feet that she sees on the daily. We've got things to talk about indeed. For one, you can't give up because you started with the worst of the 6 Star Wars movies. So, sadly, Thomas is not here. Thomas is the one who has been requesting, well, I mean, I guess multiple people in here have told me to watch Star Wars, but I finally decided that I would give it a chance for Thomas. And it was absolute hot garbage. Absolutely hot garbage. The only thing that I will say for Star Wars, and I'm talking specifically about Phantom Menace, that's the first one. So I was like, okay, let's start with the first one, right? That would make sense. Terrible. The worst thing I've ever seen in my life. I understand Jar Jar Binks is supposed to be the comedic relief, but I wanted to put forks in my ears. Literally would rather listen to Cardi B or Meg Thee Stallion or any of these trashy, disgusting rappers that I can't stand than ever listen to Jar Jar Binks speak again. Nilbin, thank you so much for the Prime. Thank you. Let's go. Thank you. Appreciate it. If anyone wants to resub, which I would greatly appreciate, now is the time because it's September. Discounts, baby, discounts. Yeah, so Jar Jar Binks, annoying. Very annoying. How rude. I'm like, shut the fuck up. So that was annoying. The graphics, like the animation, the CGI, atrocious. I just want to say, The Fellowship of the Ring came out 2 years later. 2 years. That's it. 2 years. No, Superman. The Fellowship of the Ring came out 2 years later. And the Balrog and Smeagol and what other like CGI examples? I mean, just the Mines of Moria in general. I mean, these are worlds away from the atrocity that was that film. Horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. Did you see the Padma Wee Wee part of the movie? I did see she was like this weird chick. She was like in charge and she had like this crazy makeup on and she seemed like she was in charge and then they were like transporting her somewhere. Honestly, it was so hard for me to pay attention because it was so frustrating listening to Jar Jar Binks. I was like, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna fucking lose it. I was like, I can't. So a lot of like the dialogue, also over and over again, master says this, but master. I'm like, if I'm about to master someone's fucking ass. Shut the... Literally everything about it frustrated me. Everything about it. From start to the 30-minute finish, because I only gave it 30 minutes because I was like, I'm fucking done with this. The only thing that I will say for this movie is I do feel like it jumped right into the action. There was no weird build-up. However, I had no idea what the fuck was happening because it does that scroll thing in the beginning where it's telling you what's going on. And I'm like, but now I need to go back and reread that 6 times because I wasn't able to like internalize the first time. I'm like, I don't know who's who. I don't know who the Federation is. I don't know who's blocking who from what. And oh my gosh, the costumes for like the bad guys could have been in like Power Rangers. Like those could have been Power Ranger bad guys. Like straight up so bad. Awful costumes. I've never seen costumes as bad in like an adult film. Terrible. Horrendous. Atrocious. I can't say how bad it was because it was that bad. So terrible. Terrible costumes. Terrible CGI. Terrible. Oh my. I was getting so pissed off because I'm watching it while the baby's asleep, right? So I had the volume pretty low. However, all of a sudden, right, there'll be like dialogue, and then the Jedi are fighting someone, and like the music blasts for 5 seconds. For 5 seconds, the music is at like 100, and then the fight's over, and it's done. And then 5 seconds later, the music's at 100 again. And I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? Who was the sound producer on this movie? Who was the costume designer on this movie? Fire them. Get them out of Hollywood, because holy shit, this was atrocious. I really, truly cannot believe that any person in their right mind would ever compare the absolute shit stain that was the 30 minutes of that movie that I watched to The Lord of the Rings. If anyone in here ever tries to step to me and say that Star Wars is even comparable, you're banned. You're banned. You're banned. Why would you ever start Star Wars with The Phantom Menace? Because it says episode 1? Because it says episode 1? So I'm like, okay, so I should probably start with episode 1? Where else am I going to start? Why would I start in the middle? Isn't that the first one? It has to be the first one, because if it's not the first one, it is absolutely atrocious. You start at 4. But why would I do that if it says episode 1? I feel like I have to watch them in the order that they came out. Should have started with -1. You're right. I should have just not watched them at all. I agree, TJ. I actually, once in my life, I agree with you. I should have just not watched them at all. And now we're going to listen to music from The Lord of the Rings, which is not trash. The order they came out is 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 4, 7, 8, 9. What? Why would they start with, why would they call episode 1 not episode 1? Like, why would it be called episode 1 if it wasn't? It's 3 trilogies. The first one is 4, 5, 6. That's in the timeline, though, right? That's the timeline of them. But the actual first movie that came out was episode 1, right? No? So the fourth one was actually the first one that came out? That doesn't make any fucking sense. What is this? Again, see, this is also stupid. This is also stupid. Star Wars 4. 1977? Why would they call it episode 4, A New Hope, if it came out in 1977, 20 plus years before the first one? What the fudge? Why would they do that? Why would they call it episode 4? If you thought 1 graphics were bad, don't watch 4, 5, and 6. Why are that's crazy. That's how I watched Harry Potter too. It's so weird. I actually started with the Deathly Hallows, so I knew how it would end, because that's the way I like it. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9 in the dumpster on fire. Put 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9 in the dumpster. So you're telling me that only 4, 5, and 6 are good. That's what you're telling me. Because George Lucas was a visionary. The fuck he was. This was atrocious. George said they didn't have the technology to start with episodes 1, 2, and 3. See, I think 1, 2, and 3 are the best. Alright, okay. Here's what I'll do. I'm a fair person. I will watch the first 30 minutes of Star Wars 4. Okay? And if Star Wars 4 is just as bad as Star Wars 1, then I know everything that I need to know, and I don't have to watch another second of Star Wars ever again in my life. Except for maybe the one that everybody loves, the Acolyte, right? With the lesbians doing space fire. Perhaps that one. I love lesbians doing space fire. It's like my favorite genre, actually. Bearded Diver, what's up? Holy Diver, you've been down too long in the midnight sea. Nice to know you're giving it a fair chance. Look, I'm a fair person. That's the least I can do. The third episode has the most Jedi fighting in it. I don't care about Jedi fighting. I really don't care about any of it, if I'm being completely honest. I didn't want to watch Star Wars in the first place. But I decided that I would give it a fair shot, specifically for Thomas. Thomas did a lot for me last year. Thomas really kept us afloat. Hence, the least I can do is watch 30 minutes of Star Wars just for Thomas. 4, 5, 6 is Star Wars. Everything else was just them trying to capture on it. Most of it isn't good, but people love lightsabers, so add lightsabers and you can sell tickets. Why the fudge nuggets would they call episode 4? Like, why would they call the first movie episode 4? That's confusing. That's very confusing. Doesn't make any sense to me. Okay, alright. I will give episode 4 a chance. I'll give it 30 minutes, and if it's just as atrocious, it's going off, and I'm never, ever giving it another chance ever again. Okay? I feel like that's fair. When Star Wars first came out, it was just called Star Wars. It wasn't called episode 4. Also, I have some fried wontons. I want a fried wonton. But what about the promise for Thomas? No. I didn't promise him anything. I told him that I would think about it, and I did think about it, and I watched 30 minutes of it, which I think is fair. Wonton. Star Wars Episode 4. A new hope. The newest hope. The fourth hope. The first hope. All of these things are, synonymous. Sorry, you guys. We had kind of a chaotic day because I got my foot chopped today. So, I apologize. Okay, I understand. Got it. Okay. Understood. So, is this one, is Star Wars 4, aka Star Wars 1, aka just Star Wars, aka Star Wars New Hope, is this one the one with Darth Vader? And am I going to see Darth Vader in the first 30 minutes? Because if it's not, I don't care. Like, give me, the meat of the story. Okay, good. Great. Okay, yeah. I want to get to the meat of Star Wars. You're gonna hate it? I probably am. But I don't know if I'll hate anything as much as Jar Jar Binks. Smurf, thank you so much for the tier 1. Thank you, Smurf. Hi, Smurf. Poggers. Poggers. The third is the story of how Darth Vader became Darth Vader. Okay, but which one's the third? Is the third 6? Or is the third 6th? Am I understanding this correctly? Or is the third? I don't know. You see the stars of the show right away, the droids. Aren't those the CGI robots? No, he means 3 from the prequels. Okay, so he means 3, which would really be 6. See, this is so stupid. This is stupid. How can anyone have a meaningful conversation here? This doesn't make any bloody sense. Episodes 1, 2, 3 are how Vader became Vader. 4, 5, 6 is Luke fighting Vader. Oh, okay. Okay, alright, that's a good summary. Thank you. 7, 8, 9, who the hell knows? No idea. Tata, thank you so much for the tier 1. Thank you, Tata. Welcome back. We have an incoming hype train. You guys, it is September. We've got a new leaderboard. There's discounted subs. Now's the time to jump on this board and get this hype train going. Yeah, so I tried and I thought it was trash, but since you're saying that I did it wrong, I didn't watch the first one, I will give episode 4, aka episode 1, aka New Hope, aka Original Hope, aka Star Wars. I will give that a shot. I will. 4, 5, 6 is the meat of the story and its original conclusion before he and Disney said, no, it's 10 parts. Okay. All right, excellent. I will watch the first 30 minutes, and if it's just as bad, then it's GG's. It's GG's. It's going right in the garbage. I'm never looking at it again. See, and this right here already, Lord of the Rings is far superior, because Lord of the Rings is just 1, 2, 3. It's just 1, 2, 3. And The Hobbit, yes, it came beforehand, but it's called The Hobbit. There's no confusion, you know? There's no confusion here. It's just Lord of the Rings 1, 2, 3, and The Hobbit 1, 2, 3. Like, super easy peasy lemon squeezy. So you're saying there's still hope for Star Wars? Oh, there's new hope. But that's a knee slapper. Lep knee slapper. I hope the cat's not meowing. I can't tell if the cat is meowing or if it's in my head. And I don't know if Royce is in my stream and can tell me if the cat is meowing. Because if the cat is meowing, I need to feed her. But I can't tell if I'm just losing my mind or if the cat is actually meowing. George said the main character is Anakin Skywalker, which is why 4, 5, and 6 show the end, and 1, 2, 3 show how he becomes that. Also, the Clone Wars show takes place between episode 2 and 3. I will never be watching the Clone Wars. I will never be watching the Clone Wars. I will never be watching the Mandalorian. I will never be watching the Acolyte. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about any one of those things. Literally just need to see Darth Vader, and then I know the essence of the story. That's it. That's all I have to know, is Luke is Darth Vader's child, I believe, and Luke and Leia are twins, and the mother, who's Padma Wee Wee, she died giving birth to them, and then Darth Vader spiraled, I guess, out of control and became a bad guy, and yeah, I know the essence of the story. I just need to, I don't really know the details, but I feel like that's pretty much it. Do I need to know anything else? I don't think so. Hello, Red Velvet, how are you? I'm the one to say it, Star Wars is for losers. I don't completely disagree, Mike. So far, I'm deeply disappointed. Deeply disappointed. I'm also going to say the movies aren't the top of where I rank Star Wars. I love Star Wars games, but in the Star Wars canon universe, there's a lot of not great stuff. Lots of good things in the bad stuff, though. Darth Maul is an example. Lots of things in Clone Wars are good. Pretty good animated series. What do you think is the worst addition to the Star Wars canon? Is it the space lesbians? Literally, that's all I know about the Acolyte, is something about space lesbians and having fire in space. space lesbians having fires. Does everyone collectively agree that the Acolyte is the worst addition to the Star Wars canon, or anything Disney did besides Rogue One? They removed the space lesbians from canon already? Wait, they did? How is that possible? What did they do? How do they remove something from canon, actually? I've never known of a series removing something from canon. Did they just put out a statement that say, like, space lesbians are no longer part of the official story? Or how did they fired the canon? That's good one. Carter's Corner, what's up? Hello. Hey, Rincewind, welcome back. Oi, bruv. Oi, bruv. What's up? Oh my gosh. You guys, I met a woman from Scotland. She was getting her hair done, actually. My sister-in-law was doing her hair. And I was just like out and about with the baby, and I stopped by to see my sister-in-law, and she was doing this woman's hair, and she's like straight up from Scotland. She said she was from like in between Edinburgh and Glasgow, somewhere in that area. And her accent was like, it was fantastic. It was so entertaining. Just listening to her talk was so entertaining. Still tired from her. She had so much energy. She was something. But her accent was so cool. I asked her when she came in and she was talking, and I could tell that she was from Scotland. I said, "Where are you from?" And she goes, "Scotland." I'm like, not to toot my own horn or anything. I knew that because I watch Outlander. Where? I was like, I know you're Scottish. I can tell, miss. Okay, I've spent 8 years watching Jamie Fraser, wishing he would be my friend. Okay, I know you're from Scotland. She was wild. You sure she was a woman? Oh, I'm positive. Yeah. Oh, I'm positive. Brando! Thank you for the tier 3! Let's go! Thanks, Brando. Thanks for the tier 3. Again, you guys, September, discounted subbies. Support your local beggar. Pretty much exactly that. They came out and said it's an alternate part, not canon. To be fair, they canonized the books and then retconned them, then added parts back several times. George had a very bad habit of constantly changing completed works. Han firing first has been changed 3 times in the film, 30 years after it was made. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. But, yeah, sure. George, he's the guy who wrote it, right? He's the guy, George R. Lucas. He wrote the books. Han Solo. Who is Han Solo in the grand scheme of things? Is he Darth Vader's friend, enemy? Firing the shot heard around the world? Lexington and Concord? What are we talking about? I'm lost. Carter, thank you so much for the tier 1. Let's go. Brando, I just read your message, and this is one of those messages that I'm gonna just read in my head and not respond to. What's the best red state to live in for quality of life? I'm tired of Chicago BS. Tennessee. No state income tax. Tennessee or Florida. But here's the thing. I feel like the weather is better in Tennessee, except for tornadoes. But Florida has hurricanes, so you're kind of like, either or. Maybe Kentucky. Kentucky might be good. I feel like Kentucky doesn't get very many. Actually, Kentucky had some pretty bad tornadoes this year. I don't know. I don't live in a red state, unfortunately. I live in a blue state. Keep in mind, once George sold it to Disney, he had nothing to do with it anymore. Okay, wait a minute. Star Wars was not always Disney? Oh. I thought Star Wars was always Disney. It wasn't. He sold it to Disney in like 2016. Oh. Okay, is there anything that Disney has done positively for the story? I feel like a lot of people liked The Mandalorian. I feel like I remember Brando liking The Mandalorian. And Brando's a pretty good judge of. I take that back. Fuck you, Brando. Never mind. Brando was just mean to me. Brando could suck my cheeks. Rogue One. Okay. Is Rogue One a movie? A TV show? What's Rogue One? Who's that? Who is she? The original Star Wars trilogy was re-released in 1997, known as the Special Edition, with newly added CGI effects and re-edited scenes. Smash! Hi, Smash. I was sitting in a hotel on a holiday when I noticed a little stranger streaming again. Hi, Smash. I stream once a week, and I try my best to be here, but obviously, sometimes baby duty calls. But right now, Royce he's in the rocking chair, rocking her to sleep. She's probably asleep by now, but hi, Smash. I hope you're doing so well. Haven't seen you in a minute. Thank you so much for still being subscribed. You're iconic. Thank you. It is, you guys, again, reminder, September. If any new people would like to subscribe, now's the time. You get a discount. Discounted subbies. You should totally watch season 1 and season 2 of Star Wars and/or TV show on Disney Plus. I personally protest. I protest all Disney Plus shows. Here's why. It is ridiculous to me that for me to understand the MCU movies, I need to watch the MCU TV shows. It is a money-making marketing scheme that pisses me off. I should just be able to go to the movie and understand what's happening. I shouldn't have to watch 6 different Disney Plus TV shows to understand who the characters are. Hence, I am done with the MCU. Smash. I know that you already know how tremendously helpful that is. Especially now that I stream once a week. Thank you. Thank you so much. I feel like he always does this and then he disappears. Like literally donates and then is out of the chat like he's gone. At least give him VIP. I should. At this point, I think Smash deserves VIP. You know what? I agree. I agree. I agree. Smash does need VIP. I that is incredibly helpful. Sometimes I feel like a jerk because I used to stream full time, obviously, and now I stream once a week, and so I have a lot of expenses. I have a lot more expenses now and a lot less, subs and donations and bits and everything. And especially this month, I have my Geico renewal, and like I told you guys, now I'm paying $900 a month for insurance for me and Catherine. So money is always something that's a little bit stressful now. So that is so tremendously helpful. I can't even tell you how helpful it is. So thank you so much, because that pays for a month of our health insurance. So thank you, Smash. Thank you so, so, so much. I don't want to like talk about it too much. I don't want to go into too much detail. I don't want to because I don't want to. I don't want to like make anyone feel like they have to sub or anything like that. Obviously, I'm talking about September because it's September, and so I'm reminding people. But you know, I hope you're doing well. I really do. I hope the kids are good. I don't know what you're doing in a hotel lobby for holiday, but I hope you're having a good time. Thank you for stopping by. I did officially retire from World of Tanks. I know you were rooting for that. I did. I gave up. It's in the past. Trevor, thank you so much for the prime. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Every single sub counts and matters, and is so very deeply appreciated. I've had quite a few people reach out to me and actually tell me, I'm really sorry, but I'm going to be unsubscribing for, whatever reasons. And I totally understand that I do not expect anybody to be subscribed to me. And I'm just grateful that anyone is still subbed at this point. So thank you, Smash. A lot. A lot. Yeah, I'm sweating. I hate that I start to sweat whenever people give me donations. I'm sweating. It's sweaty. I'm sweaty now. I'm sorry. I'm new here. Why would people unsub? I was a full-time streamer. I streamed like every weekday for 5 years, pretty much. I guess not. That's not technically true. My first year I wasn't full-time. But I streamed every weekday for a couple of years. And then I got married and I got pregnant and I had a baby, and so I have unfortunately not been able to stream as much, and so I went from having 2,000 subs every month to 100. So we went from enough to pay for my health insurance and my car insurance and this and this and this to lucky if we can pay for the groceries. So, but that's what I wanted and I made that choice. And so that's why I have not been talking about that. That's why I've not been let's hit this sub goal. Because realistically, I don't stream as much, and it's fair if people are not subscribed, if they have their own life things going on. I don't stream as much, that's fair. So that's why I'm just really, really grateful, really, really grateful for anyone who is still supporting, because it is a tremendous help. So thank you, Smash. Thank you, and everyone who subscribed today, thank you. Does that count towards a cat cameo? It certainly can. Yes, we can. That can count towards a Catherine cameo. We can let Catherine pop in for a minute when she wakes up. I don't know if Smash will still be here, but we can bring her in. I'm only subbed to 2 people currently on Twitch, and that is you and Kit. Thank you, Martha. Thank you for including me in that. I'll be subbed to the channel even after you're arrested for your warrants, don't worry. What about when I have no toes? What about when the infection spreads and you tell me to go see a doctor and I say, no, fuck you, TJ? And I lose all my toes, will you still be subbed then? Yeah, we auto-subbed. Thanks. Thanks, guys. That's where I draw the line. I thought so. That's where I would draw the line too, to be fair. Yeah, me too. I agree. Uh, yeah, probably. No, she said that it's fine. She said that the infection wasn't so bad that I needed to be on antibiotics. So she's like, well, we'll just take it out and you should be fine. So we're good. It looks so silly. Look at it looks just so silly. Look at this stupid thing on my toe. You had the infection for 2 years. I didn't have the infection for 2 years, but I had the ingrown toenail for 2 years. I've had because she said that the other toe, there's also an ingrown toenail on the other side, um, which means they've both had ingrown toenails for a long time. Can you just do it again? Are you kidding? Are you kidding? Smash. I don't even know what to say. I really don't. I hope you can get back to a good spot streaming once a week. Perhaps a little leg up means you can at least relax and get back into the zone without worrying so much. Thank you. You know what? Smash before you go, because I know that you like to stop in and then boop. Let me see. Let me see if Catherine is awake. If she's awake, I will bring her in and you can meet the baby. I don't know if she's awake though. She might still be sleeping because she loves her daddy snuggles. Oh. I brought them both.
Here, let him see her first.
Okay, ready? She is. She's like, wow.
We just both took a nap. She fell asleep on me, and then I just woke up as well.
She loves her daddy snuggles. She sleeps so good with Royce. This is Catherine. There's her little girl.
Oh my gosh, Royce, take that shirt off. Huh?
I don't know. Here's Catherine. Here's our little peanut. She's getting real big. She's getting real big. Why are you sitting like that?
Thank you, Maddie.
Why are you sitting like that? Thomas! Hi, Thomas. Oh, Thomas, you missed the whole first part of stream. I was really laying into Star Wars. We'll have to talk about it. Here's Catherine, you guys. Smash, I hope you're still there, and I hope that you get to see the baby. That light is far too bright for her. Yeah, she is staring at the ring lights right now.
Hi, Smash.
Here's the girly. Everyone says that she looks just like me, like we have the same eyes, but she has daddy's eye color right now. I'm hoping it'll change to green. Yeah, everyone says she has my eyes, but she's got blue eyes right now. I'm hoping that they will slowly change to green. But yes, this is Catherine. She's going to be 16 weeks tomorrow. She is the sweetest little honey bunny. And she just woke up, apparently.
Yeah, we literally, her and I both just woke up.
You fell asleep too?
Yeah.
She was born with all of this hair. She had, and it was black. It was like jet black when she was born. What are you looking at? What are you staring at? You looking at the what's it called? The microphone bar when it goes up and down? What are you looking at, honey? I think she has his eyebrow shape. Oh, what?
Tell Kathy.
Who said Kathy? Tell Kathy? Her name is not Kathy, okay? It's Kitty or Kat or Kate, but not Kathy. Hi, honey. Can we get a smile? Can we get a smile for the chat?
Smile, baby girl.
Can we get a smile? Will you look at mommy and smile? Hey.
She looks at daddy and smiles.
Hi. Hi. Will you smile? She's so big. She's so cute. She's so
baby girl.
cute. Her hair is crazy. She's got I just woke up hair.
Yeah, she was sleeping on my shoulder. You get all the food in here, I see.
Oh yeah, you can take that out now. My room's gonna smell like Chinese food. Low key, she needs to hit the gym. Mike, she's a baby. She's supposed to be fat. She's supposed to be fat, Mike. Do you guys think we look alike? I think so. Oh, there was a smile. There was a tiny smile. Thank you so much for the 10 subs. Let's go. Paying it forward. Let's go. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. I never thought in a million years I would see my sub count even close to 1,000 subs again. I'm gonna vomit. I'm gonna puke. I'm gonna sweat and I'm gonna puke. Listen, she is a yapper. She's not yapping right now. I'm kind of surprised, but she is a yapper. She talks like you would not believe. Right? You love to talk. You love to talk. You're a big talker. You're welcome, Patty. Thank you so much. How do I say this name? Elk. I'm gonna call you Elk. Thank you, Elk. That's a lot easier than Difet? Difetti?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, perhaps. Oh no, are you hungry? Do you need some bubs? And yet she does have a little bit of a mullet. The back of her hair. Look at that. Look at that. Right? Right, honey? You just want to look at the screen, huh? You just trying to look? Hype train incoming! Oh, sorry, I won't scream. Hype, we got a hype train, Catherine!
Are you going to keep her?
You want hype train? No, I'm not going to keep her. How am I going to stream with her this whole time?
You need to get fed.
Huh? Yeah. Well, she can hold on for like another 30 minutes or so. She just woke up. She ate a lot before she went to sleep. Right? Thank you so much for another 5 subs. Oh my goodness. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's go. We got a hype train. Catherine, look, we got a hype train. Look at all those subbies. We haven't seen this many subs in so long. Let's go. Daddy's trying to make her smile. You gotta pay attention. You gotta look at Daddy. Are you looking at Daddy?
Oh, she's looking at the microphone. Catherine.
There's just like so much for her to look at over here. All the lights and stuff. Iron Z, thank you so much for the prime. Let's go. Thank you. Hi, honey. Can you smile? Can we get a smile for the camera? Hello. Look at mommy. Hey. Look at mommy. Usually that works, but she's just, yeah, I mean, I don't ever have my computer on, so she never gets to sit here and look at my computer. So she is just like, just totally, you know, totally interested in what we got going on. Martha, thank you so much for the 100 bits. Thank you. This is so awesome. Thank you, Smash. Thank you so much for starting this. It's been such a long time since we've had this type of freaking stream. Thank you. Let's go, Catherine, let's go. And we had our first 200 bomb. Victim told me recently that you can gift 200 subs at a time now, and I was like, oh, well, that's never gonna happen. Not these days. Oh, we got it, and we got three in a row. Can you believe it? She's so cute. Isn't she so cute? Isn't she the cutest? She's hungry. You're hungry? You gotta have some boob. How about we, how am I gonna give you some boob and keep streaming at the same time?
You guys wanna see what book I read her?
This one's funny. Kat said she wants to play some Red Dead Redemption. My dad came downstairs the other night and said, you guys need to turn on World of Tanks and claim your tank lion, blah, 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 World of Tanks 2.0 so that Catherine can play that account. And I'm like, Dad, by the time Catherine's old enough to play World of Tanks is going to be dead. No one's going to be playing World of Tanks anymore. If I was home and on my PC, we could round off that 600 LOL, but I'm not trying to get taxed. It's the thought that counts, Thomas. It's the thought that counts. There are moms way worse than you. It's really funny.
Let me read you one page in this book. She loves this book.
Oh, does she?
Mm-hmm. Wow, ironic. The first page. This is about mothers, not dads, so this is why I read it. I'm going to read you guys a bedtime story. Whenever you feel guilty that you haven't cleaned the house, sexton beetles raise their kids in a decomposing mouse.
It's a book for the moms, okay? It's not necessarily for the babies. It's a book to make moms feel better about themselves. It's called There Are Moms Way Worse Than You.
This is what I read her at night, and she goes straight to sleep. Some of these words I can't read. Actually, there's a
rat back there.
There's a rat back there.
There's a rat back there.
Look at this page. I read this to her, and then Trisha's mom yelled.
At least you're not a cuckoo mom. Oh boy, that bitch is
Whoa,
brazen.
whoa,
whoa, I can't say that.
That's why I said read it.
Ow, Catherine, let go of my hair. All right, I need to change her diaper and then feed her and give her a million kisses in the process. Oh, okay. I can do that first.
All right, I don't know how much I can entertain you guys, but fuck it, we'll do it.
Keep the hype train going.
I don't know what you guys. I'll read you guys the book. You guys want me to read you the book?
Why don't you just talk to them?
About what?
I don't know.
What do you guys want to talk about? I saw Mike say football is in a couple hours. Yeah, 8 o'clock. We got some football. Royce Cam for the win. I gotta shave my fucking.
Did you guys watch the opener last night? Are you excited to see Taylor Swift tonight?
I gotta shave my beard.
Taylor Swift cam. Woo.
I'm getting a little long. Looking a little homeless.
Blocking it?
Oh. Yeah. Now I am. Read the book? No, I'm not gonna read the book. I read this whole book the other day, and I got in trouble. So I won't be reading it for a little while, but. And then this one, it says, it's not just moms. Some dads suck too. That's not true. I don't suck. I'm excited to see the Raiders lose this weekend. I've been waiting 7 months for another Raiders loss.
That's crazy. Who said that?
Who did say that actually? B White 29 said that.
That's disgusting. Ban him. I don't know who that guy is, but ban him.
That's toxic of him.
Get him out. Get him out. Actually, let's just leave your pants off. You're getting a bath soon. You're getting a bath soon.
Where's YR? I saw him laugh earlier.
What?
W. Royce. Also, I've had this cough, I kid you not, for about 2 weeks now. And I'm on the verge of losing it. I'm on the verge of losing my mind. Because I will be in the middle of a nap with her, and she's a light sleeper. So if you make one subtle movement, or you cough, or you sneeze, or you even breathe, she wakes up. Well, I only cough whenever she's sleeping, and she's like, dude, you should see her. She's like throwing herself around. YR is giggling somewhere in the UK. He is. Hello, governor.
Who said that?
Mike.
YR
Mike
is
S14.
giggling somewhere in the UK.
Ginger, dude, I have been. We have lemon tea, and we have some like all natural honey, and I've been using that, and still has not really cleared it. But I got the little baby sick, and she doesn't know how to deal with the stuffy nose. So it's funny, but it's not funny, because obviously it's not funny to see her sick. But she does this to combat it. She's like,
yeah,
she's like doesn't know how to
crinkling her nose.
How to deal with the stuffy nose. She's good now, but I'll be flying there tomorrow. Oh wow, Thomas, really?
Flying where?
To the UK.
I wonder where Smash is.
Can you take a picture of Big Ben for me? I've always...
Spidey was just there. Spidey put a picture in Discord.
In Discord?
Yeah.
I'll have to check it out. When do you come into Amsterdam?
I'm currently giving her a boob right now, so...
Two people that I work with, they're they're internationals, and they're from Serbia. And Mike, they were telling me that they actually leave today.
Wait, hi from Serbia?
Yeah, they're from Serbia. And hi from Serbia. That's right. And they're leaving. They left today to go to New York, and then they're going to back to Serbia, but they want to go to Amsterdam. And I said, you should hit my boy up. They're very nice. They're very cool people. Yo, Vex, thank you for the 300 bits.
Vexhalia?
Vexhalia, that's right.
What's up, Vex?
Which Star Wars did you watch, Patty, for the first time? Opinion.
Phantom Menace. Oh yeah, Thomas, listen to this. It was the worst thing that I've ever seen in my entire life. Jar Jar Binks is atrocious.
That wasn't Thomas, though.
I know, but I watched it because of Thomas. I watched it specifically for Thomas. I watched 30 minutes of Phantom Menace, and it was one of the worst things I've ever consumed in my entire media consumption life.
It was Willykin, so acknowledge Willykin.
Willykin, what's up?
Willykin, he's the one that asked about the Star Wars. And Willykin, actually, he said in chat, his favorite thing on Star Wars is those big-ass, like, dog robot things. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, he likes those. That's what he said. W. Roy, so happy. Thank you, Carter. What's up, man? Not my boy Jar Jar. Jar
Jar Binks. He sounds like Stitch, but, like, way more annoying. And says, how rude, every 5 seconds.
Jar Jar, he has, like, that funny voice. They have memes, right? Jar Jar Binks. Yeah, I'll only be on the ground for 2 hours and off to Norway. Wow, Thomas, you gotta take me around the world, man. Right, I'm going to get some sleep. Have an incredible stream and weekend, you bloody legends. It was amazing seeing you all again. Smash, have a great night's sleep. Tell the kiddos we said hello. And I hope all is well, my man. Thank you for everything. Royce, can you help her understand Star Wars? Dude, I'm not gonna lie, I have never seen Star Wars. Ever. I've never seen Star Wars.
So apparently the one that I watched is not actually the first one. So I have to go back and watch Star Wars Episode 4, which is apparently the first one.
What's crazy is my first ever encounter with Star Wars was when, back in the day, the PSP came out. If any of you guys know what the PSP is, they had Lego Star Wars. And I love Legos, so I played the game not knowing what Star Wars was. And then I fell in love with the guy with the blue sword, who I think is Obi-Wan, right? Who has the blue lightsaber? Is it Obi-Wan?
I have no idea. Not a clue.
Who has the dark blue lightsaber? And I like Darth Vader. I think it was Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Yeah. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's green. Nah, Anakin's green, I think.
No, I think anyone who's like a good guy with the Force is green.
Oh. maybe there's not just one person with a blue lightsaber, but I'm pretty sure there is. There's 3. Who has the blue one? Who has the blue one? Hey, stop. But Lego Star Wars is legit. And the PSP was fire. Jedis used the... Oh, okay. Well, never mind. I don't even know what a Jedi is.
I think they're like protectors. They're like... It said something about they protect the peace and order.
Oh.
They use the Force to protect the peace of the universe or some shit. Like Guardians of the Galaxy, but not.
And honestly, before I met Trish, I had never seen Lord of the Rings either. So, it's like...
You still haven't seen Lord of the Rings.
No, I have.
You
well, okay.
through that.
Anyone? Okay, I think I say this every time we're on stream, but this is this is the honest truth. I can never make it through a movie. I don't care if I could drink 5 Red Bulls. I would never have done that before, but I'm just giving you guys like put into perspective what I could drink 5 Red Bulls and I could not sit through a whole movie. 15 minutes, 20 minutes in, I'm comped, bro. I'm counting sheep. I don't know why. I don't know why that is. I could be sitting up too, bro. You could strap me to the ceiling, dude, and I would still go to sleep. I don't know why. With any movie, it doesn't even matter if it's... Can't lay down on the couch. I'll fall asleep on the couch even... Dude, same, Mr. J. I don't understand it. She can watch a whole movie, bro. I kid you not. A 3.5 hour... Her and her brothers can watch a 3.5 hour movie without falling asleep. At all. They just watch the whole thing. But me, I'm 10 minutes in, could be wide awake. I'm gone. As soon as that music hits for me, for Lord of the Rings, I'm sleeping like a baby, man. But if it's like an NFL game, then I can watch the whole 3 hours.
Yeah, I know.
but that doesn't make sense because it's not that I'm interested. I'm interested in what I watch. I don't lose interest. It's just, I don't know, like the
No, you're just like ADHD.
Unless I have Scott Hansen. It's not commercial free anymore, but it's 7 hours of commercial free football, and I'm just engaged, dude. I have 8 screens in front of me. I feel like I'm in a command center, and I'm controlling everything. But it's not commercial free anymore, so you can't say commercial free. The Octobox, the Witching Hour, right? Lord of the Rings isn't too long, but The Hobbit didn't need to be 3 movies or that long each.
That is true. That is true.
My favorite is it's the Fellowship of the Ring, and then I like the Two Towers.
Wow, do you know what the last one's called? Congrats, you knew the names of the first 2.
The last one is called
Return of the
King.
Yeah, good job.
So I knew that.
I did not watch Ride of the Rohirrim because I don't like animated movies.
Oh, okay.
All right.
All right,
Go
all right,
ahead.
chat.
You take her because the dog is laying on my carpet.
Okay, so she's gonna take her out. I'm gonna continue the stream.
No. You're gonna take her and the dog, and I'm gonna continue the stream.
Wait, can I walk her then?
Yeah, you can take her. Yeah.
Okay. All right, chat. I will see you guys later.
All right. I want to put my shirt on because I don't want them to see my milky,
naked baby.
My
naked baby.
Nipples.
Naked baby alert. Naked baby alert. Naked baby alert.
She not naked.
Right?
She got clothes on.
Can you show them your backflip?
Okay. All right. Get her away from that.
Hey, she's got it. She's got it.
No, Catherine, no.
Let go. All right, bye, guys. Say bye. Bye. Love you guys. Go ahead.
All right. Oh, my her is crazy. Baby Stray, oh my gosh, her grip is insane. She's got a very, very strong little grip. My goodness. All right. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe that happened. That is crazy. Shout out to Smash, you guys. Smash is insane. Smash is insane. If only Thomas was home, you guys, then we would make it to 1,000 subs today. So, like I was saying, The Phantom Menace is one of the worst things I've ever seen in my entire life. It was the CGI atrocious. The costumes atrocious. Literally those like alien looking dudes. Oh, also, why do the bad guys have Asian accents? Not that I'm Asian or anything, but I felt slightly attacked. The bad guys in The Phantom Menace, the like alien looking guys, have Asian accents. And I'm like, why? Why can't they have made up accents? Why do they sound Asian? Huh? Jar Jar Binks? Terrible. Horrendous. Absolutely awful. The dialogue. Master says this, Master does this. Oh, I did like the one quote that was like, something, he was saying something about having anxiety, and Liam Neeson says like, don't, like, it's good to anticipate or whatever, but not at the expense of the present. It's good to anticipate the future or something, but not at the expense of the present. And I was like, oh, I kind of like that quote. That's kind of like a deep freaking hair. That's kind of like a deep thought, you know? I didn't mind that. There's one positive thing that I can say about The Phantom Menace. But because I'm a fair individual, I told chat once I was taught that Episode 4 New Hope is actually the first Star Wars and was originally just Star Wars. I will watch 30 minutes of that movie and determine if it's still trash. So, Thomas, I did this for you. And I explained it earlier in chat that I specifically watched it for you because you really worked hard last year to keep this stream afloat, and we would have really been in a lot of trouble had you not worked so hard to keep the stream afloat. And so I decided that the least I could do is watch Star Wars for you. So you're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. There we go. It's all right. It's fine. Oh man, what a mess. What a mess. What a mess we are. Anyway, what are you most looking forward to this weekend? I actually have something that I'm really looking forward to this weekend. This weekend, Thomas, thank you so much for the tier 3. Only 14? LOL, but you have to keep watching. Only 14? Only 14 what? Only 14... I watched 30 minutes. Only 14 months? But no, that says, 14-month streak. Oh, well, I saw 17 months. I didn't see the 14. Oh, okay. All right. Only 14. Well, that's okay. We got plenty more time to go. That's all right. We'll get that up to like 600. Oh gosh, how many years is 600 months? I'll be dead, won't I? Yeah, probably. Anyway, I am going to give the 4th movie, aka the first movie, a chance. 30 minutes. Vex, thank you so much for the 200 bits. Thank you, Vex. Hi, Vex. I'll give it a chance for you, Thomas, because you have done so much. And that is why. What was I gonna say? There was something else, though. Oh, looking forward to this weekend. So this weekend, as you guys know, is, well, the NFL opener was last night, but this Sunday is the first Sunday of NFL season. And my uncle sent a text out to my family members while he was drunk that basically was like, we're gonna have a shit ton of alcohol, shit ton of beer, or shit ton of wings. I expect everyone to be there. So we're having a party at my uncle's house for the NFL Sunday kickoff, because my family has a fantasy football league, and this year it's like only members of my family. There's no like friends or anything, so they're all competing against each other. And my pop, who perhaps you guys remember from last year, around my wedding, my grandparents weren't able to make my wedding because my pop his health was not great. The situation has not improved. It's gotten considerably worse, and the fact that my pop is coming is like a really big deal. Well, we're hoping he's coming. He said that he would, but it really depends, like, the morning of how he's feeling. So I'm really excited that my family's all getting together on Sunday, even if it's for like a silly reason, like fantasy football. But yeah, so I'm excited to go over to my cousin's house and see my aunts and uncles and cousins and my pop. Because the only other time that a gathering like this happens where everybody is together is Thanksgiving. And for Thanksgiving now I go to Tennessee, so I have to miss these family gatherings where everyone is together. So I'm really excited. So I'm really looking forward to that. That's on Sunday. Darth Vader, oh my gosh. Hi, we were just talking about you. Weird timing. So we get to see baby drunk eating wings for the first time? No. No, she's not eating solids until she's 6 months old. She's only 3. She's actually 16 weeks tomorrow. What's the Fantasy Football League prize? I think it's just money. I think everyone put in like $20 or something. I think it's just money. I don't know if they have a punishment for last place or anything. What were you talking about, me, Apprentice? I was saying that your series, Star Wars, is absolute dog water. It's trash. I have never watched Star Wars before. So 2 nights ago, I started watching Phantom Menace because I thought that was the first one. I have subsequently found out that that's not the first one. And it was one of the worst experiences of my life. Jar Jar Binks should not be a character ever in anything. Whoever thought that that was a good idea was sadly mistaken. The dialogue was pretty atrocious. The CGI was horrendous. It's so many things. Keep talking like that in low live P. Wait, Thomas, I might stream more than Lovely Low at this point. I had a baby and semi-retired, and I still think that I've streamed more than Lovely Low has in the past 3 months. So Thomas, you're not gonna have any content to watch. Patty, keep in mind when you watch episode 4, it was made in a different time period where many of the special effects were done for the first time. Okay, I will keep in mind that that's from episode 4 is from 1977. I will keep that in mind. However, episode 1 is 1999, and like I said, the Fellowship came out 2 years later, and the Belrog is worlds ahead of any CGI in that film. It's so bad. I find your lack of nothing disturbing. You're more than welcome to join the dark side. The dark side? We used to have a dark side in this stream. Phantom Menace is awful. Yes, it is. Absolutely atrocious. But no, Tiny Man, listen, 1999 is only 2 years prior to the Fellowship of the Ring coming out. And if you compare the CGI and the costumes and the makeup from the Fellowship to Phantom Menace, it is absolutely atrocious how bad it was. Like, literally, the Phantom Menace, you could have told me that was Power Rangers, and I would have believed you. I was shocked when I seen you were live and it was not a Saturday. Yeah, so Royce had off today. And since Catherine keeps like losing her mind when she is with my mom, I was like, if there's a day where Royce is like, if it's a Friday and Royce is home, I'll just stream on a Friday. Now, next week, Royce is not off on Friday. It's so hopefully I'm gonna have Catherine hang out with my mom. We're gonna need to do like 20 minutes a day of her spending time with my mom upstairs, because we gotta work our way up to this. Because now that I think about it, I don't want another situation where Catherine is screaming her head off. I love the first 3 Star Wars. I started to watch the one with Jar Jar Binks, and I wanted to stick a burning knife in my ears to not hear that freak's voice. I couldn't watch it. Haven't seen any of the new ones. Mom, I thought the first Star Wars like ever made was The Phantom Menace. So I started watching it last night or 2 nights ago when I was working out. When I came upstairs to take the weights and I was working out, I was watching Star Wars. So I thought that was the first one. So I'm watching it, and I was also ready to stick a hot knife in my ear. Not only was the voice annoying, but the dialogue. He kept saying, like, how rude. And I'm like, what are you, like the little girl from Full House? What is this? I was getting so annoyed, and, like, I gave it 30 minutes. 30 minutes. Oh, and there are scenes where Liam Neeson is, and Ewan McGregor are, like, talking to Jar Jar Binks, but the CGI is so bad that you can tell they're not actually talking to Jar Jar Binks. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can tell they're looking somewhere else, and they're like, we have to CGI. It was just atrocious. It was horrendous. It was so bad. And I thought that was the first one. So I'm like, if this is what people have the audacity to speak about in the same breath as The Lord of the Rings, clearly people have no taste. Clearly, they have no taste in films. He's an alien. They have their own personalities. Haha, give it a chance. Well, that's another thing, Thomas. The costumes. The costumes and the makeup. Those stupid aliens from the beginning, who are the bad guys, first of all, have Asian accents. That's a little offensive. Second of all, they look like they should be Power Ranger villains. The costumes are terrible. Absolutely terrible. Awful. So awful. In Batman Begins, Liam Neeson looks like a Minecraft block. I'm trying to remember. What? Ra's al Ghul? I don't remember him looking like a Minecraft block. Episode 3 is the best one. I don't know which one episode 3 is. Can we not offend Minecraft? I'm playing that as we speak. Are you actually? I still have a load of Star Wars toys from the 70s and 80s. I don't understand how anybody could even consider comparing Star Wars to Lord of the Rings after this. Now again, I'm gonna give episode 4, aka just Star Wars, a chance. I'm gonna give it a chance, and if it's as atrocious as The Phantom Menace, I'm out forever, and I'm never giving any other Star Wars thing a chance. It's not. Okay, well, that's good. That's good. I'm surprised. I didn't know that you liked Star Wars, Mom. I didn't know that you had even watched them. I do remember you saying Jar Jar Binks was annoying, and I didn't know who Jar Jar Binks was. Now I know who Jar Jar Binks is, and I agree. You can't watch that movie. It's so annoying. It's like Stitch, but like give Stitch crack and make him talk the entire film. And it's not a kid's movie where it's like cute, happy music. It's like stupid. The Fellowship's budget was $93 million versus $115 million for Phantom Menace. Thank you, Plastered Pear. Thank you. Just proving my point. The Balrog, the Mines of Moria. What are some other CGI things? I mean, most of the things in Lord of the Rings are not CGI. They're like makeup and costumes and stuff. And that, worlds ahead. Rivendell. I mean, so many things. So many things. 2 years later. 2 years later. So many things. So much better. So. Do not judge me, but I took my PS5 to Portugal for my vacation. Man's got a game, I guess. That's the things that you just said, don't I like a Jar Jar? Awful. Awful. So bad. So bad. So bad. Do you yearly binge? Oh, I don't just yearly binge Lord of the Rings. I watch Lord of the Rings multiple times a year. If I need something to watch, Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings is the best of all time. Oh, look at Daddy holding his little girl. I would have kept that to myself. How about you keep my toe to yourself, TJ? You want my ingrown toenail? I'll go back to the doctor, ask her for it, then ship it to you. You know how, like, some people send, like, body parts in a box? You know what I mean? That's what I'm going to do to you. My body parts. Just my toe. Not my whole toe. Just the piece of my toe that got cut up. Anyway. That's weird. Anyway. I have Lord of the Rings Extended Blu-ray box set. The last movie's on 2 Blu-rays. Lord of the Rings films are the greatest films of all time. That's a fact. That's a fact. Especially the extended editions. Greatest films of all time. Marvel is better. Suck a fart out of a stinky can. That's a lie. That's a lie. No, The Hobbit was not great. The Hobbit they were, like, good. There were some, it was good, but it was not The Lord of the Rings. So. Alright, Catherine is awake, and, probably time for me to go take care of the baby so Royce can eat dinner because he has not had a chance to eat yet. So, chat, it was great chatting with you. Now that we've all established that I watched Star Wars in the wrong order, I will give you my assessment of Star Wars Episode 4, aka Episode 1, aka New Hope, aka Star Wars. I will give you my assessment of that next week. And yeah, I will let you know. We'll come back to this discussion. But so far, Phantom Menace, dog water, worse than dog water, dog poop. That's how bad. It's time for them to make her a sibling, is what she meant to say. She's staring her birds out the window. Thomas, give me a little more time, please. Please. Give me a little more time. Catherine does not need a sibling yet. All right? Everyone keeps talking about baby number 2. Walk. Did she? Yeah. Everyone keeps talking about baby number 2. Give her time to be the star, please. Oh, she's getting mad. Yeah. All right. Something. Yes, I'm saying goodbye. Okay. All right. I will see you guys next week. Thank you, everyone. Shout out to Elk for the 16 subs. Vex, 500 bits. Martha, 100 bits. Smash, 600 subs. And the dono. And everyone, all of the tier 3s. We had a handful of tier 3s tonight. Thank you so much. I will see you guys on the next one. Hopefully. J-Pod! Let's go! J-Pod! Thank you, let's go! Martha, let's go! Thank you, guys. Martha, thank you so much for the 200 bits. J-Pod, thank you for the tier 1. Dark Soul, thank you for the 100 bits. Sorry, you guys. Hype train has already occurred. You cannot start one. Got him. Peace out, everyone. I'll give you my assessment next week. Juices.